You got your gauge pod. Obviously you need a 52mm gauge. I believe that's a 2 1/16, something like that. We got your 1.5mm hex key, Allen wrench, whatever you got handy. And then I'm going to be using a piece of shim stock, which is just a piece of cardboard or paperboard, for this application, because in order to make the pod fit as many gauges as we had to test, it's a little loose on this one, but it's still really snug on a couple of other ones. So you don't need the shim stock, however it will make it look nicer. So you got your top detent thing there, and we got a little notch up here to help with alignment so that it's perfectly vertical. Slide that in there, you can hear it. Get it nice and vertical, hold that tight, flip it over, and you can see there's just a little bit of play. So if we do it like this, which would be totally acceptable for many people, I'm sure, you take your 3mm set screw, tighten it up with your 1.5mm hex, and nice and snug. Looks great, totally functional, ready to install. However, if you don't want that white showing through, you can take your set screw and back it back off, take your little piece of shim stock and tuck it up there right on the back edge, just a little bit. Get that in there, hold it tight while you tighten down the set screw, and now you don't have that gap, you don't have that ugly white sticking out. Perfectly acceptable, free, and ready to install in the vehicle. The installation relies on these guys right here. These are angled to slot into the dash, and then the front edge, see if I can get that without the shadow, the front edge is radiused to slide down in and catch it between this edge and this edge to locate it in your dash. And then this one and this one are spring clips, integral spring clips basically, and they have a radius on the outside and they squeeze when you put it into the hole, snaps into place, holds it nice and secure, and looks good. So when you go to install it, after you get your wiring done obviously, you will hook it in and then rotate down and snap into place. And that'll push it back with this one up against that, so it should be nice and tight right there, and then this will help retain it in the rectangle. And we'll go demonstrate this on a vehicle. Here's a sneak peek at a prototype we're working on of the double stack. It's the same concept, but you can see if we pop it out like that, we're locating off of that, and these guys were holding it in place. But to keep with the same theme, here's that same gauge right there. We'll tuck it in. I'm going to hook these guys on that back edge, get it in there nice and good, push it back. You can see that gap there, maybe not, maybe I'll give you another angle here in a second. You get it back there, it'll locate itself that way, and then we just snap it down in there. Good to go. Handy dandy, whatever gauge you want, you put right there. We also have other options that include USB ports, well, a mount for a standard accessory port, which could be USB ports or a 12-volt accessory port, etc. There you go. Super easy install. If you need to service it, gently grab it and pop up the front, pop it right out. Let's see if I can get this other angle. As you can see, the back of the rectangle and the front of the rectangle will line up here and here. If you notice on the edge of this, there's a little spot that sticks out. On the edge of this, there's a little spot that sticks out. There, 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 there. That gives you your location that way. So you will put it in, get it all the way to the back. Notice there, it will pop, and those will start to guide it down. Push it in and down. Fully seated, nice and clean, nice and tight, very solid. Won't pop out unless you need it to. And then if you need to pull it out, just reverse that, pull up gently on the front, pop it out, and you can service it.